Alright, so today I'm going to show you a quick tip for how you can take a simple walk and turn it into a mindfulness practice. Ooh, exciting. Okay, so you guys know that I'm a big fan of audiobooks, and typically when I go out for a walk with Bradley, I usually end up putting on an audiobook and I just listen. It's my opportunity to read, be somewhere else, and just kind of enjoy myself. But recently I've been experimenting without audiobooks, the old-fashioned way. I've been finding it actually helps me with my attention to the moment and being more mindful. Something that I've noticed when I've been doing these things is that I'm much more calm and at ease. I'm much more aware of how I'm feeling, and I'm much more in tune with Bradley and what's going on. Why is any of that important? Well, mindfulness is the act of being present in the moment. It's about being aware of yourself and your surroundings and not just being lost as we normally are. Because if you go for a walk or you do anything, just pay attention to how much time you spend in rumination, thinking about the past, thinking about the future. So as an introvert, I spend a lot of my time in my head, and spending that much time in my head I think is part of what has caused a little bit of anxiety, because I'm constantly thinking about something without a break, and it's the type of thing that can drive you insane if it goes too far, and it certainly sometimes makes me feel that way. And so something that I've been doing while I've been going for walks now with Bradley is just not just scratching the audiobooks. And I'm not saying that audiobooks are bad, just simply that horses for courses. Right now I'm doing less audiobooks while I walk, just so that I can be paying attention to the moment. What I'm finding now is that when I do a walk without an audiobook, I'm paying more attention to what's going on around me. I'm, just generally more aware of what's going on. And so that kind of inspired me to kind of turn it into a little bit of an exercise, a little bit of a mental exercise. And so what I do now is, as I walk, I try and really, really, really pay attention to what I hear. And I'm a very auditory person anyway, but I really try and just sort of hone in on every little sound that I can hear, because doing that mimics a practice that I do in meditation, actually one of my favorite meditations, which is a body scan. Body scan meditation is where you pay attention to certain parts of your body. So you pay attention to your shoulders, and then your chest and upper back, and then you pay attention to your pelvis and your feet and your knees and all that kind of stuff. And that practice really stops you from being able to just ruminate and think about things, because while you're really paying attention to those body parts, you can't be thinking about anything else. You're really paying attention to every little feeling, every itch, every scratch, every ache, and sometimes you're paying attention to the fact that you can't feel anything in those bones. But in doing that when I walk, I find that I'm much more in the moment. I can hear a dude shoveling, doing landscaping. I can hear birds. I can hear a flag flapping. I can hear a little bit of running water, the sound of Bradley breathing. And again, in doing that, I can't be thinking about anything else. I can't be worrying about the fact that I've still got another vlog to do today, or that I've got studying that I've got to get done. I'm really just more in the moment. And so if you're new to meditation, and maybe you think that meditation's kind of a tutti-frutti kind of practice, I know I certainly did when I first started, just give this a try. You don't need a dog, just walk. Just go for a walk, see how it feels, and just pay attention to how you feel. You're going to notice as you do it that your mind's gonna wander. You're gonna start, I've got to remember to do that. When you do that, that's fine. Don't judge it, just go back to it. Go back to thinking about everything you can hear. Now, that very act is what Dan Harris, the author of 10% Happier, calls a bicep curl for the brain. You are actively trying to get your brain to do something that it doesn't want to do, think of nothing. And that's what makes meditation so great, is that it stops your brain from doing the thing that it's programmed to do, which is think, and just gives it a break. And that very act is huge. So give it a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.